What is up, my beautiful people? Your Liverpool FC are top of the Premier League as things stand. Mohamed Salah and Harvey Elliott to the rescue after Liverpool went behind from a Crystal Palace penalty. The second one that the referee decided in his infinite wisdom to award today. But you know what? I don't really have any complaints about their penalty. But I do have a lot of complaints about our performance. But at this time of the year, it does not matter. It is a results business, and we got the win. And I'm so happy for Elliot. I'm so happy for the great man, Mohamed Salah, who got his 200th goal for Liverpool, his 150th in the Premier League. And I'm over the moon with it. We did what we needed to do. We said before the game, it doesn't need to be pretty. It doesn't need to be vintage. It just needs to be 3 points. And my days, they put us through the ringer again, but we've come through on the other side. There's a late show from the Reds. Palace went down to 10 men. Liverpool got their 2 goals, and we're here to celebrate it and try and pick the bones out of it. So, as always, we're going to ask you guys to vote for your Anfield Agenda Man of the Match. There are 4 options in the chat. There is the greatest goalkeeper in the world, Alisson Becker. There is the greatest 19-year-old whose name is Harvey Elliott. There is, I think, Mr. Mohamed Salah, who got his 200th. And then we put an other option in case you guys have any other names you'd like to throw into the chat. Honestly, I think this is a difficult choice. You can make a very good argument for Alisson. You can make a very good argument for Elliott coming on and changing that game. I'm going to leave it up to your good selves to say. Jason Morris, how are we? Ali. Oi. Jason, he was brilliant, mate, wasn't he? Absolutely amazing. That save in the first half. Mate, I'm not religious, but he's my God. Oh, my God. He's so good. He is the best goalkeeper in the world, and he just proves it. Now, remember, this is Alisson coming back after an injury, and he was at it again. Big save in the first half. Big save from Anderson's header at the end of the second half. Nothing he could really do about a penalty. That's a lottery. Mateta just smashed it. But I love him, and there's a reason why he is the best goalkeeper in the world. And today, once again, he shows it. But I want to get a lot of love in the chat. Can we fill the chat up with love hearts for Harvey Elliott as well? Because that poor young man's been through the ringer with some Liverpool fans. But today, yet again, he comes on and shows why he's a difference maker and made that game tick. And he scored a great goal. And I'm over the moon as well. Big shout out to the travelling cop, who were amazing. Right there, always bouncing, always behind the boys. And look, the late show again from Jurgen's Reds. But does it matter? Does it matter? You know, we haven't played great, but we're still grinding out results. And that, my friends, is what champions do. So look, long way to go. But we have eyes on Villa Park later on this evening for a huge game. Unai Emery's men are really good at home. But Arsenal are just, they don't know when they're beaten either. So we will be covering that on top of the league later. But today, wow. Gomez was good, but Ali, man of the match, said your daily Szoboszlai lover. Nunes should never start. We'll get to Darwin in a minute, mate. Don't worry. How do I become the positivity mod? Do you know what? I'm going to give you a break. I'm going to give you a break, mate. I'm going to give you the chance. Positivity. You called for it. You delivered it. You get your mod, mate. Well done, lads. Go from strength to strength, said Ant. Too much negativity. We have to stay positive always. Yeah, but look, I get it, but you can't just be negative for the sake of, you can't just be positive just for the sake of it. Sometimes you've got to see something on the pitch, right? You've got to have a spark that makes you think maybe. But we did not look likely. It was a late scramble again. But what you do get credit for those players is not letting your heads drop. Keep going till the end, believing, fighting, and they got their winner. And that's what champions are made of. Villa Arsenal now under big pressure. Yeah, the big thing, Colin, today was for Liverpool to get our result and to put the pressure back onto Arsenal. And to be fair, that's exactly what we've done now. It's over to them to see what they can do at Villa Park this evening in what's going to be a tasty affair. Belfast is in the house with William. How are you, mate? The mentality monsters are back, said Andrew Sarabia. Our best 11 isn't clear. Do you know what, Langer? I think that's a good show. I mean, we can have a best 11 that we prefer, but you're right. Right now, there are some positions up for grabs. Twisted Soul, thank you for the super sticker, mate. Jumpman45, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras, my friend. Don't forget to check the membership tab for your Discord link. We were poor today, but we still won, said Lewis. Yeah, and look, we've done that a few times. And that makes me smile because there's something really satisfying about a smash and grab or a late show. And we've gone to the well a few times this season. You're talking about Fulham. You're talking about this game. You're talking about the game against Sheffield United where we finished it late on. Yes, we had an early goal, but look, it's a results business. Yes, we want better performances, but ask any manager, ask any player. This time of the year, December, January, 2 games a week, lots of turnover of starting personnel. You just want to get wins. Wins, wins, wins. And that's what we did. Now, I want to just go back a little bit to the first half where Madley awarded a penalty, which was one of the most ludicrous decisions I've seen from a referee this season. Not the penalty part. I actually don't have any issues with that part. But how he let it get to the point where he didn't give a foul against the player who fouled Endo. That was ridiculous. We could all see in real time it was a clear foul. So then he goes, gives the pen a booked verge. Then VAR, in fairness to them, said, have a look at it, mate. We think you're wrong. He takes 5 minutes to make his mind up and then backs down. And then Palace get another penalty, which is only a VAR penalty because I don't remember seeing an appeal for it. I don't remember any of us being worried about it. It was one of those situations where VAR found a foul and we're all shocked as the ref goes to the monitor. And you know what? I've no complaints about that penalty. You might think it's harsh, but there was contact and he didn't get to the ball. And it doesn't really matter now, does it? We managed to get the result anyway. Looking forward to 3-0 up, chilled game, said Bricktop. Yeah, so am I. So's my throat, mate. But I don't know. There's something extra sweet about getting a win like that when you don't feel you deserve it. Twisted Soul, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, mate. I think I've done that one already. 31 times looked at Hughes on Endo foul. Wow. 31 times. That's ridiculous. Jens said, amazing game. Happy for a girlfriend, Kate, and Liverpool fans. Thank you, Jens. John Rogers said, Craig, I think match officials and VAR ultimately got all the big calls correct. Those slow VAR is extremely frustrating. I agree, John. I think you're right, mate. Ultimately, they got them right. I think that's fair. But as you've said, did take a bit too long with the first one. Twisted Soul said it was a brilliant game. Loved it. At least it's an easy game next. Oh, yeah. What handy one next. Yeah. Handy annual 3 points as the Manx come to Anfield for the annual whooping. Don't worry, we got an easy game next against United, said Malik. Craig reminds me of the win we got in the 17-18 season. Crucial win, same colour kit, and we went 1-0 down and Mo saved us. So look, there's a couple of moments we need to talk about today. We need to obviously big up Mohamed Salah for his 200th goal for Liverpool, his 150th in the Premier League. That's a phenomenal tally for Mo. Obviously, he got a bit lucky with the shot today, but you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. Mo hit the shot, went off Kleiny, went in, we'll take it. But what a strike from Elliott to win the game. Over the moon for him. Great strike. Do you know what I love about that? I love that he took ownership of that situation. He didn't try and pick a pass. He didn't take the cowardly way out. He got the ball on the edge of the box and he said, I'm going to rifle this into the corner. He backed himself and he scored. I love that about Harvey Elliott. Midfield was horrendous today. Yes. It was. Now, I don't think Gravenberch was horrendous. I thought he was the best of a bad midfield. But I tell you what, I think we need to stop moaning about having Alexis McAllister in number 6 at the moment. Because if it's Alexis or Endo, I prefer the consistency of Alexis. Endo's capable of it, but it feels like for Endo at the minute, it needs to be the right type of opposition. Whereas with McAllister, I feel like he's somewhat of a chameleon. He can adapt his style to the game, and the game won't pass him by. Endo today just looked off it. The ref played an advantage after the foul on Endo, which is weird considering we didn't have an advantage. I don't think he played an advantage. I just think he didn't think it was a foul in real time. And after that, it felt like he didn't want to reverse his decision, but ultimately he knew it was a foul, so we had to. Gakpo needs to start over Nunes. I feel like we're going to have this debate, Nicholas. And I'm not saying you're right and I'm wrong or vice versa. I feel like this Nunes Darwin debate is going to go on for a long time. I feel like we're going to be having this debate in 2 months' time. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it would be nice if one of the two guys start to put together a run of goal scoring. Look, the thing that frustrated me the most about Darwin today wasn't the missed chance. It was the offsides, because they're so avoidable if he just has a look. And as I said during the watch along, it's not like he's lacking in pace and he can't give himself half a yard. He's faster than most people on that pitch. So if we can cut that out, it'll save us a lot of pain, because it's just a cheap way to give back possession. And in the start of the second half, first 40 seconds, he was offside somehow 2 feet inside their half. That's just lazy. And there was also one moment in that game that really wound me up about Trent. And it reminded me of the Real Madrid game where he didn't track Modric. Trent was put into advanced midfield position, pushed up forward, gave away the ball near the edge of the Palace penalty area and stood there as Palace counter-attacked. Didn't sprint back, just stood there. And that wound me up. Darwin was in the middle and got no service. He was offside so often because he makes runs and players passing. Come on now. You can't blame other people for Darwin not timing his runs. Sometimes, yes, players should be able to look up and spot and not play the ball. But ultimately, dude, it's him that's getting caught offside all the time. Lucho was frustrating today as well. None of the forwards were great today. But at least Mo got a return, got himself a goal, got to 200 up. And from that moment, we knew that Liverpool, we knew what Liverpool do in those moments. Look, it helped that Palace went down to 10 men. You can argue all day long about whether the yellows should have been yellows or not, but ultimately, it was just silliness from Ayew, and his own stupidness ended up costing him. Our midfield only runs when we need an associative. I don't know what that means. Midfield is somebody capable of gluing the ball in midfield and attack. We need somebody who carries the ball through midfield, like a Gravenberch. But I think, look, if we've Alexis back for the United game, I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable. Do you know what, though? Can I ask you guys something? Dominic Szoboszlai, are you worried? Because I feel like he hasn't been at it for a while now. I'm not saying he's stinking the gaff up. I'm not saying he's horrendous. But he's not at his best or anywhere near it. And doesn't seem to have that knack of grabbing a game like that by the scruff of the neck. We've seen Trent do it. Trent's done it before. Trent stepped up like that, grabbed the game and tried to force things to happen. Maybe I'm holding Szoboszlai to too high of a standard, but I know he's capable of that as well. And I'd like to see him impose himself on games a little bit more. Not worried at all, said Mike. Szoboszlai is okay. I don't think he's been at his best. I think 3 or 4 games now I've been feeling like, I'm not going to say he's poor. I think the phrase I'd like to use is he's playing within himself. That's what I'm seeing from Szoboszlai, because we know what the dude's capable of. Best mid today was Harvey, Jones and Trent. Look, for me, and I can only speak for me, of all the changes we made today, Harvey Elliott was the one that really made that game. And you know what? I'll give a bit credit to Joe Gomez as well, because that moving Trent into midfield helps us a bit as well. And it's good that we're able to do that. It's good that we have Joe there to play in that position. So, look, it's just good. It's good that we're talking about these things. We're nitpicking from a win, from another comeback, from another late show. I love it. I love the feeling when we do these things. I hate watching it. I hate sitting through 85 minutes of it. But when you get it, that release, there's not much better, is there? If Salah didn't score, I think Penn and Ward red card. I don't even. I'm not going to mess Cody. I don't even remember, mate. All I remember is Salah striking it going off Kleiny and going in. After that, I don't remember anything else that was going on in that penalty area there. So let's have a look at your man of the match poll. And we've had loads of votes so far, nearly 2,500 votes. And it is Alisson Becker who is leading the way. And you know what? Deservedly. He was amazing today. My own little preference is Elliott because I have a soft spot for him and I think he changed the game. But Elliott and Ali were outstanding. Alisson Becker made 2 saves today that deserve to win any game. The one in the first half, you can do that again 100 times and they probably score, unless the goalkeeper's name's Alisson Becker. And then late in the game, when Anderson got up at the back post, got his header in, Ali's there to claw it around the post yet again. We are blessed to have that man, and long may it continue. We don't win games without Alisson in goal. Well, we do, to be fair, Cop man. But I don't think we'd have won that game with Kelleher in goal today. I think that's the biggest compliment we can give Alisson. Like, Kelleher's good, but Alisson's otherworldly good. It would have been a pen if Mo didn't score, said Anthony Davies. I think Joe Gomez was brilliant. I think he did well when he came on, certainly. I like Joe in that right back position. I've said it before. I think he gives us more in that position than when he plays centrally. And do you know what? In fairness to Joe as well, I think I could count 5 or 6 times he got to the byline there to get crosses in, which again, testament to him. We may have lost if Keller was in goal. Look, it's great that we can say Ali's back. I mean, huge call from Jurgen to make sure that will he play him, will he not, when to play him. And I think Jurgen could feel he was rewarded by making that brave decision. Alisson is the best signing of the Klopp era, no question. Elliott brings a spark every time he's on the pitch. Great win. Ed, I find it hard to disagree with you, pal. You know, you can make a big argument for Verge as well. I think they're the 2 transformative signings of the Klopp era. But yeah, Alisson Becker, man, best in the world. And what a likeable dude as well, which just makes it so much sweeter. Quote here from Marcus from Mohamed Salah that said, I can see the mentality in this team. We love that. Keep going, Mo. Jens, who's a United fan, said, I have doubted Elliott, but he stepped up, to be fair. He's a great player. He might not catch the eye all the time. He might not do the flashy things all the time, but he's really good at keeping possession. He's really good at making the ball tick. He's really good at covering ground. I've always liked Elliott, but now I can finally see a real pathway for him into the team. I can see what he brings. I can see how he can change a game, which is great to see. And testament to him and Jurgen as well. VVD was man of the match? Yeah, no, but he wasn't, mate. He wasn't. Trent made horrible mistakes today. Did he? I mean, he made some passes that were wayward. And as I said, I was moaning at him for not tracking back when he gave the ball away. But I guess you have to take that from Trent, right? Because for every one of them, there's a 50-yard diagonal pass or a switch of play across. So, look, feel free to nitpick and crack on, but I'm just sitting here at this moment in time, just happy, just relieved, but happy. What have we got? Jurgen Klopp has now won more Premier League games against Crystal Palace than he has against any other team during his time at Liverpool with 13. That's a stat sent to me by Mark, our chief moderator. Thank you, Mark. He's never lost a league game at Selhurst Park either. He's got win, 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 draw, win. Love that stat. Thank you, Mark. Cole Smith said, if we win the league, Ballon d'Or for Alisson. See, I think what would struggle is that we're in the Europa League. That's the part. Like, you're never going to get a player in the Europa League winning the Ballon d'Or, really. So, next season. You can win it next season. Why not? Isn't there a Copa America as well? Is that next year? I know it's in America, isn't it? Or some of the games are, but if you can win a Copa America and a Champions League next year and then a Premier League this year, maybe. Are you scared that Mo will leave in January? As in permanently leave, or not off to the AFCON? You know, you're always nervous when he goes to the AFCON, but not worried about him being sold in January. No, there's no hope of that happening. Top of the league, baby, said Mart. Yes, sir. Top of the league. And look, we get to sit back now and relax. We get to sit back and enjoy the Aston Villa Arsenal game at 5:30, a game that we're covering on Top of the League. So if you haven't already subscribed to Top of the League, please do. It's our other channel. I'm going to be solo on there today. So we can sit back, relax, and see what Arsenal and Villa can do. Any result other than an Arsenal win means we finish the weekend top of the league. So let's wait and see what happens there. It's going to be big doings at Villa Park. Alice or Elliot is the true star boy, said Nick. July 20th till July 14th, the cup, or June 20th till July 14th. So yeah, maybe Ali can do it that way. The link to Top of the League is pinned to the top of the chat there, guys, if you want to click that to subscribe. And also, if you haven't subscribed to Anfield Agenda, please do. We're closing in on 231,000. Let's have a look at your man of the match poll. I think we can finish the poll now. With 60% of almost 3,000 votes, and I want to get it to 3,000, so I'm going to hang on. Alisson Becker will be your Anfield Agenda man of the match, and a deserved Anfield Agenda man of the match. I'm going to hang off till we get it to 3,000 votes because that looked pretty cool, to be fair. And well done. Thank you to everyone to vote. We love that you guys get your say in the man of the match. So I would have been different because of how we won the game. I would have probably edged to Elliot, but I can't deny Alisson. I can't deny your decision making. There we go. We'll end that poll. So Alisson Becker is your Anfield Agenda man of the match. When was the last time we had a keeper who won a golden ball? Alisson? Reina certainly won a couple. Oh, sorry. Are we talking about the Golden Glove in the Premier League? Or are we talking about winning like the best player of a tournament? Because I know Reina and Alisson have certainly won some Golden Gloves. Thanks, Craig. Great to be part of the family, said 87 Unicorn. Mate, it's great to have you with us. It's great to have all of you with us on this mad journey. And who knows what this season still has in store for us, folks. It's a beautiful thing. And we're very grateful to have you all with us. So look, I'm going to go and prepare the player ratings video. So that's going to be coming up in the next 20 minutes or so. So keep an eye out for that dropping on the channel. You can now sit back and enjoy the 3 p.m. games, the 5:30 games. And just a reminder, tomorrow, I'm going to be flying over to London tomorrow morning. So I'm going to be on the kickoff with Drew Geordie tomorrow at about 4 o'clock. So do check that one out. But yeah, man, much love to all of you for today. Thank you to Ben in the background for all of his hard work, to Connor as well. And mostly to you guys for continuing to back the channel, believe in the channel, and join us on this mad trip this season where hopefully it ends up with some silverware at Anfield and we can continue to build this Jurgen Klopp dynasty. So until then, do drop a like on this video if you can. Hit that subscribe button and we'll see you for the player ratings in a few minutes' time. Much love, my friends. Talk to you soon.